everybody, J Average Vintage Collector here. Today I'm doing a VR for Donny over at Vintage Card Collecting Victories. He's doing a subscriber appreciation, giveaway. Very cool idea. Good channel, really interesting stuff. He did attend Strongsville. I didn't get a chance to meet him there, but thought this was a pretty good VR. So interesting questions. What he's looking for people to do is answer 5 questions. So the first question is going to ask, what's your primary focus in collecting? The second question is, which hobby project are you looking to complete this year? The third question, which kind of ties into the second question, is what hobby project are you looking to start this year or move more towards this year? The fourth one is to shout out one YouTube channel that we don't think that he is subscribed to, that we believe he should maybe check out. And then the last one is what is the next card show that you will be attending? So I'm going to turn the camera around, show a few cards, answer these questions, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so for question number 1, what is my primary collection focus? That's probably a tricky one, right? I have a really broad focus, and I've only been into vintage again for about 3 years, and when I first started, I was really trying to put together some, collections, 7 player runs, which is a lot of cards, but there were so many other cards on my list that it wasn't until recently where I started to say, you know what, I don't want to feel like I just am obligated to buy a card that I don't necessarily like, and go ahead and just get it because it's on my player run. There's a lot of different ways that I can use my funds. I don't have a very large budget, and with the amount of cards that I want and the variety of players that I want represented in my collection, I really think that it's better, it's wiser to use those funds to maybe get a variety of those players instead of just focusing on, 7 guys or so. So my collecting focus right now, I focus on majority of the players in the golden age. So I'm looking at like the 50s and forward, late 40s and till, up through the 80s. I'm an 80s guy at heart. So I'm going to include that, even though the 80s isn't really vintage. But that's kind of my focus. And I'm just focusing on players that mean something to me, or I enjoy collecting, or I want represented in my collection. So if I can get a Jackie Robinson, I would love to have a Jackie Robinson in my collection, but I don't need every Jackie Robinson that's out there. One will do me just fine. And I think I'm kind of like that for the majority of, how I collect. So the other thing... So I would say that the answer to this question is not a simple answer. It's a little bit of everything. The one, thing that I look at more than other right now is just where my budget is at the time and where I can add. So I'm not really focusing on one person, one team. I am focusing on adding players from the 50s through the 80s. That I enjoy, that I want, players that I like, cards that are cool, and then also just a couple of different side projects, which I will get into one later on, or in the next question, and then my Diamond Stars. I'm putting together a Diamond Stars Hall of Fame run, that is definitely one of those things. It's pre-war. It's one of the only pre-war type of collections that I'm into. So that's where I'm at. So question number 2, which hobby project am I looking to complete this year? Okay, there's 3, that I'm looking to complete. So I'm working on the Battle of the Bulge veterans, baseball players that fought in Battle of the Bulge. When I went to Strongsville this year, I was able to really make a good dent into that. Currently, I'll show my list. Here's a list of players that I put together. Check mark means that I have someone represented. So I'm about halfway there. Some of those cards, well, there's a Hoyt Wilhelm, Steve Suchok, Cecil Travis, Jack Knott. And these aren't going to be like super well-known players. Clarence Mattern, Ken Trinkle, Earl Johnson, Warren Spahn, Hank Thompson, and then Monty Irvin, who comes with an asterisk because he was at the Battle of the Bulge, but he actually did not fight in the Battle of the Bulge. He was in a secondary unit in case Germans broke through the line. But I'll get into that more in my episodes that come out, Ball Players in the Bulge. So that is a set. I would like to try and scoop up the rest of those players. I have the bigger name guys. Now it's just down to some guys that don't have a lot of cards and other ones that just I didn't see at the show. But the other two projects that I kind of want to spend some time completing, I'd like to complete my 1973 Topps baseball set. This is a set I've been putting together for a while. As you can see by the pages, not a whole lot of empty pages, but as we get deeper into this set, you're going to see that those pages kind of have some more needs. I'm pretty much doing pretty well. It's the high numbers. There's a whole page right there that I don't have. So high numbers is kind of what I'm focusing on now. There are a few that are not high numbers that I still need on my list to get. But I would really like to get that. I think the biggest card left on that for me is the Willie Mays card. I have the Schmidt, which was the one that I was kind of tracking down for a while. And the other set that I'm trying to put together, like I said, I'm an 80s guy at heart. 1980 Topps baseball set. Again, I have the majority of this set. There's not a whole lot of holes, but then you start to see some holes in the bottom there. So it's pretty much the first half of the set I think I'm almost completely done on. This only big card in that is the Rickey Henderson rookie, which I have. So those are the sets that I'm looking to complete this year. So question 3, what hobby project am I going to start or turn my focus to this year? And the answer to that one is I'm not sure yet. I think I change my mind on my collecting habits all of the time. And you know, I can't say one way or another. I think the 3 projects that I kind of just described are going to keep me kind of in check. And then, of course, what I didn't add into that was my Boog Powell collection. If I can scoop up Boog Powells here and there, I'm still going to continue to do that as well. So there's plenty to keep me occupied, and I don't foresee myself starting a new project. But then again, you never know with me, right? I'm changing my mind, it seems like, week to week. So as of this video, I have no plans to start a new collection. And as far as turning focus, I'm just going to give my focus like an even amount of focus to all these different sets or projects that I have going on. Fourth one, YouTube channel. Shout out that I think that you should check out. It's going to be my buddy Rusty over at Rusty Vintage Cards. Really good channel, really good guy. That's one definitely I think that you should check out if you're not subscribed to already. And then fifth one, what is the next card show I'm going to? Again, I'm saving for Strongsville. There's a monthly card show that's mostly modern, very few vintage dealers, that is monthly at a local American Legion. And I may stop in if I'm in the area, but I don't really plan on going to those. So the next one for me is probably going to be in the fall. It's a show, it's called the Legends and Stars show. It's more well-known for its signings, and I say well-known in this area for the signings. They got a lot of former Bills players and Sabres alumni that go there. I don't go there for the autographs. I go there because there are a number of vintage dealers there. And if I go, it'll be a very small budget to pick stuff up because, again, I will be saving big time, already begun, for Strongsville for next year. So I don't go to too many shows throughout the year, so that'll be that for me. Donnie, I just wanted to say thank you for putting this on. It's been, I think it's very generous and very cool that you're doing a subscriber appreciation. And I hope everybody watching enjoyed. Thanks.